Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to say a few more words in support of this legislation. Sometimes we get ideas for legislation from constituents, sometimes different folks. Several years ago, there was a recent high school graduate from the East Coast that was visiting Alaska, and for some reason this summer, he'd requested to come to my office and talk with me about legislation. I'm thinking, well, he's in high school, we should certainly hear from him. He probably has better ideas than I have at my age. And he came in with this suggestion that we should pass a deal so that we would treat mental health education and physical education the same for purposes of high school health classes and school health classes. And this seemed like a good idea. And he said, well, in Virginia, where I came from, we had about 10 high school students, and we went to the legislature. We got this passed in a year. I said, wow, that's pretty impressive. You got the legislature in line. And so I started legislation. I worked with our representative from Midtown Anchorage, or senator from Midtown Anchorage. I was in the other body at the time, and she took the Senate version of the bill. And we are a few years later. We're not quite on the same speed of the youth from Virginia. But what has really struck me about this, as I think you all know, I sometimes get very interested in distance athletics, biking and skiing and running and some of these different things. And what's very interesting to me today is that if you're one of these elite athletes, like the folks on the U.S. ski team that did very well in the Olympics this year, on their team they have physical therapists, they have physicians, they have sports psychologists, they have chiropractors. They have this whole team of people that are working in a very interdisciplinary approach to get them to perform their best, but mental health is always part of it. And when you talk to athletes about what do they really need to put together to succeed, they really have a big part is that mental health component. That's very much part of how we deal with health matters. I mean, it used to be we just thought, well, what's the medicine I take? But now you talk to the doctors, and the doctors say, well, how are you feeling today? And how are you feeling about this and that? Even though they're not a mental health provider, mental health is very much part of physical health, and we really know that each day and every day. And so I'm really appreciative of the work that my colleague has done to keep this bill moving forward. I encourage everyone to vote yes. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senator Clayman.